The papyrus, put it on my table every month. I don't wanna be sad. Don't even try to hide it. No, I don't wanna lose it. And you say how it is, it's so inviting. The papyrus, we're all so alive. The papyrus.
Hello and welcome to the Papyrus TV News Update. First, the headlines. Curfew declared in Oyo ahead of Alaafin Rites. Tinubu appoints Atahiru Jega as special advisor. Abuja community faces severe water crisis. Group demands urgent action. Kebbi State signs $2.4 billion deal for massive cement plant. PDP reschedules zonal congresses in 3 regions. Tinubu approves appointment of new chief medical directors. Atiku denies exit from PDP. The news in details. The Office of the Chief of Staff to the Alaafin of Oyo has announced a daily curfew from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m., effective March 7 to March 29, to ensure the peaceful observance of the Oro Ikpebi rites, a crucial traditional process leading to the official ascension of Abimbola Abdulakim Owode I as the new Alaafin. According to Rotimi Oshuntola, Chief of Staff to the Alaafin, residents of Oyo town must comply strictly with the curfew, as movements will be strictly prohibited during the restricted hours. Violators will be arrested and detained until 7 a.m. The Oro Ikpebi rites signify the absolute seclusion of the Alaafin, a sacred tradition that must be respected by all, Oshuntola emphasized. Also, the Alaafin still remains a subject of legal and political dispute. The Oyomesi, Oyo's traditional kingmakers, originally selected Lukman Gbadegesi from a pool of 82 candidates. However, Governor Seyi Makinde refused to approve his appointment, raising concerns over the selection process. This disagreement led to a legal battle between the kingmakers and the Oyo State government, with the Court of Appeal now expected to decide on the matter. Despite these controversies, Governor Makinde proceeded to appoint Abimbola Abdulakim Owode I as the new Alaafin in January, sparking criticisms from traditionalists who see it as a breach of Oyo's customs. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has appointed former INEC chairman Professor Atahiru Jega as special advisor and coordinator of the Presidential Livestock Reform Initiative. The appointment, announced on Friday, March 7th, is expected to drive more reforms in Nigeria's livestock sector, improving agricultural productivity and addressing conflicts between farmers and herders. Jega, a former vice-chancellor of Bayero University, Kano, co-chaired the Presidential Livestock Committee, which recommended key changes to modernize livestock management. One of its major proposals led to the creation of a Federal Ministry of Livestock, now operational with a substantive minister. With Jega now leading the implementation of these reforms, the government aims to enhance livestock production, boost rural economies, and promote peaceful coexistence between herders and farmers. Jega, 68, is an internationally recognized figure in governance and electoral reforms. He previously served as INEC chairman from 2010 to 2015, overseeing Nigeria's transition to credible elections. His appointment signals President Tinubu's commitment to strengthening agricultural policies and addressing the long-standing challenges in Nigeria's livestock sector. Continuing, residents of Shape community in Dutse Ward, Buhari Area Council, Abuja, are battling a critical water crisis, with over 1,500 people forced to rely on contaminated, stagnant streams for daily use. Civic technology group Monit NG has raised alarm over the dire situation, questioning why, despite the 1.147 trillion naira FCT budget for 2024, residents in the nation's capital still lack access to clean drinking water. According to Monit NG, the community's only borehole broke down 3 years ago and has not been repaired. As a result, families including children and the elderly risk severe health conditions such as cholera, typhoid, and diarrhea. The people of Shape community are suffering from neglect, yet the FCT administration has turned a blind eye. It is unacceptable that in the capital city of Nigeria, citizens are drinking from dirty streams like animals, Monit NG said in a statement posted on X. The group blamed government inefficiency, mismanagement of public funds, and misplaced priorities for the crisis. It called on the FCT administration to act immediately by repairing the broken borehole, providing new water sources, and improving sanitation facilities. In another development, the Kebbi State government has signed a $2.4 billion agreement with MSM Group for the construction of a 3 million ton per annum cement plant, a landmark project expected to create 45,000 direct and indirect jobs. The signing ceremony held in Abuja on Friday, March 7, and was attended by top officials from the Kebbi State government, the federal government, and MSM Group. Governor Nasiru Idris hailed the project as a huge milestone for Kebbi State, emphasizing that it will boost industrialization, job creation, and economic growth. He assured MSM Group of the government's full support, promising an enabling business environment to facilitate smooth operations. Minister of Finance Wale Edun highlighted the strategic location of the cement plant, which positions it for exports under the African Continental Free Trade Agreement (AfCFTA). Kebbi's proximity to neighboring countries makes this plant a key player in Africa's cement industry, Edun stated. He also reaffirmed that the project aligns with President Tinubu's economic policies aimed at attracting private sector investments, boosting productivity, and reducing poverty. The Minister for Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Abubakar Atiku Balgudu, described the investment as a direct result of the Renewed Hope agenda, which fosters an investor-friendly business climate. Chairman of MSM Group, Alhaji Muazzam Mairawani, credited the Kebbi State government for creating a conducive investment environment, assuring that the project will be completed as scheduled. With strong backing from the federal and state governments, stakeholders are optimistic that this initiative will accelerate economic transformation and position Nigeria as a leading player in the regional cement markets. Moving on, the National Working Committee (NWC) of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) has announced new dates for its previously postponed zonal congresses in the South-South, Southwest, and North-Central regions. According to a statement by PDP National Publicity Secretary Debo Ologunagba, the congresses will now be held simultaneously on Saturday, April 12, 2025. Initially scheduled for March 22, 2025, the change is aimed at ensuring a smooth electoral process. The designated locations for the congresses are Port Harcourt in Rivers State for the South-South Zone, Ibadan in Oyo State for the South-West Zone, and Jos in Plateau State for the North-Central Zone. The primary objective of these congresses is to elect new zonal executive officers and national ex-officio members in line with the PDP constitution and guidelines. The NWC has urged aspirants, party stakeholders, members, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), security agencies, and the media to take note of the new date and prepare accordingly. Furthermore, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved the appointment of new Chief Medical Directors, CMDs, for several federal teaching hospitals and medical centers across the country. These appointments, which are for a 4-year tenure, are expected to enhance healthcare delivery and medical administration. The newly appointed CMDs include Professor Olusegun Sylvester Ojo for the Federal Teaching Hospital in Akure, Ondo State. A seasoned medical professional, Professor Ojo was the pioneer CMD of the Ondo State Specialist Hospital. Professor Yusuf Mohammed Abdullahi has been reappointed as the CMD of the Federal Teaching Hospital Gombe, following his outstanding leadership and contributions to the hospital's development. Dr. Dauda Abubakar Katagum, who previously served as acting CMD, has now been confirmed as the substantive CMD of the Federal Teaching Hospital Azare, Bauchi State. Dr. Ikrama Hassan has been appointed as the CMD of the newly upgraded Federal Teaching Hospital in Alaafin, Nasarawa State. A consultant physician, Dr. Hassan was the former medical director of Dalhatu Ibrahim Arab Specialist Hospital before its elevation to a teaching hospital. Dr. Ali Mohammed Ramat, a renowned consultant orthopedic and spine surgeon, has been appointed as the CMD of the newly established National Orthopedic Hospital in Maiduguri, Borno State. Dr. Haruna Abubakar Shehu, a consultant family physician, has been appointed as the CMD of the newly established Federal Medical Center in Kafanchan, Kaduna State. These appointments take effect from their respective dates of assumption of office. Notably, Professor Yusuf Mohammed Abdullahi's second term began on September 5, 2024, while Dr. Dauda Abubakar Katagum's tenure at the Federal University of Health Sciences Teaching Hospital Azare commenced on December 6, 2024. President Tinubu congratulated the newly appointed and reappointed CMDs, urging them to uphold professionalism, accountability, and excellence in their roles. He reiterated his administration's commitment to strengthening healthcare infrastructure and ensuring all Nigerians have access to quality medical services. Conclusively, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has dismissed reports suggesting he is leaving the People's Democratic Party (PDP) ahead of the 2027 presidential elections. As the PDP's presidential candidate in 2023, Atiku reaffirmed his dedication to building a coalition of opposition parties to challenge the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC). Recent media reports claimed that Atiku was considering a switch to the Social Democratic Party (SDP) to prepare for the 2027 elections. However, in a statement issued on Saturday, 8th March by his media office, the former vice president categorically denied these claims. Describing the reports as false and misleading, Atiku's media office urged Nigerians to disregard them. It reaffirmed his commitment to the PDP while emphasizing his role in forging a united front among opposition parties to unseat the APC. We have noted that some news outlets are circulating unfounded claims that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar is abandoning the People's Democratic Party, the statement read. We wish to clarify that the notion of Atiku defecting to another party is entirely baseless and illogical. His commitment to building a grand coalition of opposition forces ahead of the 2027 elections remains unwavering. The statement also emphasized that the coalition includes the PDP as the primary opposition party, dismissing rumors that Atiku is seeking an alternative political platform. It is therefore inaccurate and unfounded to suggest that the Waziri of Adamawa is forsaking the PDP. Such a claim contradicts the goal of the Grand Coalition, which the former vice president is actively promoting alongside other distinguished political leaders. The media office concluded by warning against false narratives aimed at sowing confusion within the opposition, urging Nigerians to focus on the broader goal of rescuing the country from the grip of the APC.
The papyrus.